Welcome to Pull a Pin Ready, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
Because we guarantee that you're going to love them.
I'm Jim.
And I'm just some guy.
Just some guy. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to you, loyal listeners. Shout out again, Christina, Johnny. We love you guys. We appreciate you. And everybody else listening, watching, even the trolls. We like you guys too. We do apologize. We don't have
Especially
a whole lot
the
of
ones
time.
with the hair. Those are my favorite trolls.
Yes. The
Yes.
gray troll, right? It's the gray one. You know, that's one of my favorite quotes. I don't know the quote, but it's one of my favorite quotes. Everybody's got happiness inside them. Sometimes it just takes someone else to bring it out. Yeah, that was in the Troll movie. But anyways, whatever. That's in my other therapy sessions, which could be a whole nother episode if you want to do that. But welcome back, just some guy. I keep wanting to think that cream of some young guy. You remember that? That joke?
That's your favorite Chinese food, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I keep thinking every time I say just some guy. But yeah, welcome back again because Nate's not here. Hopefully you come back and we can all three get on here and that'd be great. But that's not happening.
Look,
my phone.
If we do an episode with Nate, I'm changing my name from just some guy to Pivot Man.
That's acceptable. We can tolerate that. Matter of fact, that's exactly why I mark these shows not for children. But just for the sake of the listener out there, we are going to try to talk about some more headlines because I know
what's a Pivot Man?
Because I know when I do shows with you, we don't usually make it through all the headlines, but that's okay because we still have some good, interesting conversation, and I'm still waiting on that feedback to see whether this format's better or not. But anyways. Why don't we go ahead and bring up a headline and see how far we get in it? Are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right. Iran warns Israel of obliterating war if they launch attack on Lebanon.
I think we've covered this a few times before in the show that I'm a student of history, and
yes,
Israel does not have much of a history of losing wars in the last 100 years.
Well, when they're funded by the richest country in the world, yeah.
Who?
Us.
Not me.
Us. We spend a lot of money. Although Ukraine now has just surpassed Israel, I think. But we send a lot of money to Israel. I'm not here to argue whether we should or not. Well, I will tell you, I don't really like supporting
the United States is not the country that created Israel out of the whole cloth that was the Ottoman Empire. Okay, we didn't do that.
No, I understand, but we have kept them up with all of our money.
We give everybody money, though.
I understand that,
it's not our fault that
I understand.
The Israelis are the ones that are intelligent enough to use it for something fruitful.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not arguing any of that. I'm just saying, though, we give them a lot of money.
Yeah.
That was my own statement. It's just like I could make an argument against Canada. We provide Canada's entire security bill, and they could care less.
Hey, they gave us hockey, Jim, so some appreciation.
Well, no, we took hockey. I don't think they gave us anything. We just take things we want. We appropriate. Cultural appropriation, is that what it is? We appropriate anything we want.
I still think cultural appropriation is an oxymoron. That's the dumbest.
It is. It's stupid. It is stupid because it is our culture to have.
That a white person can't be a rapper. Shut up and turn off your air conditioner. It was created by a white person. That's just my culture.
Dude, you just made a claim for diversity, and then you get mad when people are diverse.
Bingo.
It's the dumbest thing in the world, but that just shows you where these people are. They're just victims. They're permanent victims.
I mean,
that has nothing to do with Israel's war. Give us our history lesson.
Oh yeah, Israel was created in the cataclysm that was World War I. Okay, all that over there was pretty much the entirety of what we call the Middle East now was all part of the Ottoman Empire. Okay. And basically England and France had carved up massive chunks. Like they were convinced years before the war ever ended that there would be no Ottoman Empire after the end of the war. Right. And they wanted the oil, basically. But there's all these great conspiracy theories about why Israel was getting, about why the Jewish people were getting a national state after the end of that war. And you can pick from any number of these great conspiracy theories. Um, you know, but it wasn't the United States that created Israel as a state. It was the treaties that ended the First World War, and Israel has been fighting its way from the bottom ever since. Um, but it's funny because all these people keep talking about, and I say these people like the anti-Israeli people, and I'm not a pro-Israeli person by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm not pro the other guy either. I'm just like, handle your business. I don't want anything to do with it. It's your problem. But whatever.
Hmm.
But like every single time that the area of Israeli controlled lands gets a little bit bigger, it's not because they initiated the expansion. They don't. They get attacked by somebody else who takes an ass whooping, and so the Israeli army advances into the aggressor's area, right? And then after everything calms down and all the treaties are signed and peace comes back, the Israelis don't give everything back. They said, "Fuck you! You attacked us. We deserve
Spoils
some
of war, right?
for that." Yeah. So
Compensation, like you said, right?
bingo. So their area gets a little bit bigger, and then somebody else a few years later comes and attacks them again. Lather, rinse, repeat. They get a little bit bigger. They get a little bit bigger. They get a little bit bigger. I try to in my opinion, if you want Israel to stop becoming more powerful, stop fucking attacking them. Because they
Right.
seem to be Goku, right? Every single time they get attacked by somebody,
Wait,
they just
wait,
get more powerful. Just
who?
leave the fuck alone.
Wait, what reference was that?
Goku. You never watched Dragon Ball?
No, I'm sitting here like it had to be something like that, one of those weird little cartoon things. But
Whoa, it's an anime, bro. That's not just some cartoon, okay?
oh, my bad, my bad. Look, I got an inner geek side too, so I'm
Ask
not
your
mad at you.
kids, they'll tell you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't know.
Actually,
They get mad when I call it Pokemon. You know,
no, wait.
let's not go down that rabbit hole.
That's what happens in Jamaican prison. Pokemon.
All right. Anyways, let's get back on track here because I wanted to bring up 2 points to something you were saying. And this is what frustrates me about people. I'm not really mad because I understand, but people don't know their history. First of all, I guess the other problem too is you can make an argument that history is written by the winner. I'm not making that argument right now. I'm not contesting that. My point is, though, even if you're going to go with the assumption you don't know your history, because you've heard the saying, right? If you don't learn from history, you're bound to repeat it, right? So people don't know their history and yet they think their opinions matter. And I think their opinions do matter, but I don't think they're educated opinions. So you have to step back and say, wait a minute, this is what I'm basing my
It's a
opinion on.
graduated scale of weight
Right.
that you can put on an opinion,
Yes,
right?
and your opinions matter, but if you can't articulate them and tell me why you got that opinion, then they matter less to me. You know what I mean? If you tell me something and your opinion matters. But and here's the part of history where I don't know, I'm not a history buff like you, right? But I don't need to know the entire expansion of history and who did this, that. I don't even need to know the names of parties involved to know that throughout mankind, survival is the number one instinct, and every conflict has been about some sort of resource because resources feed survival. So whether you think we went to war because Saddam Hussein is committing crimes against people or oil, I'm going to lean toward the oil side. I don't believe that we go to war for humane issues. I just don't. Even retaliations. You can say what you want. Like even when we were at 9/11, I don't think we went to war. We used that as an excuse to go after resources, whether it's territory. I do believe that. In fact, let me give you the example. I don't know if we spoke about this. Maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, because I can't remember who I talked about this. But I was talking about the Ukraine money that's going to Idaho. Is it Idaho? Yeah, you know Idaho. Do you know what happened in Idaho about the water?
I know there's potatoes in Idaho.
But okay, so there's farming in Idaho. And they started to say that we have to cut back on the use of water because there's a water shortage. So
I mean,
what they're
there's
doing,
water shortages in the western part of this country
okay,
since before they were
but let me
states.
follow this story through,
Okay, go ahead.
because apparently what their investigation found was their when they announced the water shortage, within 30 days of that, they also announced that there's a huge company coming in to mine for cobalt. Remember the Chips Act, where we're supposed to be producing chips here? Well, cobalt is one of those resources that we need. And coincidentally, to mine cobalt uses a lot of what? Water.
Yes, aquatic mining.
Yes. So,
Basically, they just go out there with fire hoses and yeah.
yes. So, it's just a coincidence that around the same time they're telling farmers they have to cut back on water, which will do what? Kill their crops. You can't grow any crops. They're standing up cobalt mining, which requires excess water. So the theory behind it, and they actually traced this back to money from Ukraine, that this company's got money from Ukraine to go do this cobalt mining in Idaho, which now they're thinking is they're trying to wipe out all the farms to make more mines. So this is within our country, right? This is within our country.
I mean, I love a good conspiracy theory as much as the next guy, but I don't see how. I mean, okay, so I can totally visualize the let's get rid of the farms to make way for the mines sort of thing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they did the same thing in California during the gold rush.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't.
So that part is not conspiracy. Then you believe it could be possible.
Oh, absolutely,
Sure,
wholeheartedly, yeah. But I don't see how Ukraine ties in. That seems a little bit
sure,
off
sure.
the beaten path over.
And that part, like I said, I'm taking the word of this guy who did the investigation. But again, he's trying to say that the money that was slotted for Ukraine to this company is being spent in Idaho.
Oh,
He's
okay,
connecting
okay.
that. I
So
didn't know where that fit in either.
the funding was earmarked
Yes,
congressionally to go to.
yes.
Okay, so they're using the Ukraine war for money laundering.
And now you
Wow,
know.
our government is using a war to launder money.
Well, that's not a surprise, right? Right? We all know that.
Yeah.
But again, like that's not the part that's hard to understand, and you can easily see it happening because that's what these people do. And I guarantee you, there's how many um, politicians who have money tied into cobalt. You know what I mean? Like they find out this is the resource we're going after. They know that there's places because companies come to the government for money and they say, oh, wow, we can make a lot of money in cobalt. And then they all go invest in it. I
And
mean, this
Martha
rack.
Stewart went to prison.
Exactly. Again, back to, I think we did this last episode. We talked about that double standard, right? That's my point. And that's what scares me about the general population. And it's just I'll give you another perfect example. I know I'm going a little bit off the topic here, but I'll give you another perfect example. I thought about this the other day because I watched some videos about the population control people. You know, the people that say there's too many people in this world, it's too many, overpopulated, blah, 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 blah. But my problem with these people is you never see them often themselves to solve the problem. It's like people never giving extra tax money. Like, oh, well, taxes are important. Well, why aren't you giving extra? Oh, but my money, no, I need money because I spend my money valuably. Well, if population is so bad, why don't you get with all your population friends and leave? Like, just get off the world so that the rest of us can enjoy less population. No, they want to take out the people they think are a
Yeah.
problem to their
It's
population.
not that there are too many people. It's that there are too many people, asterisks, that I don't like.
Right.
That's
And
yeah, that's where
and you
that's
want
where
to
the
live in
caveat
proof. You
is.
want you want to live in proof, dude. And this blew my mind the other day. Obviously, it's not a revelation of any kind, but I'm walking around and I'm like, this country has too many people, not enough resources, but we are like 80. I don't know what the number is now. I'm making up this. Percentages are made up on the spot anyway. We are like 80% overweight in this country. Where are they getting all this damn food?
It's more like 60, but
Well, 60. I'll take 60. It doesn't matter. But that's the point is like so many overweight, obese people in this country. Where are they getting all this food that's such scarce resource?
Food stamps, duh.
Yeah, just like you city folk thinking the milk comes from the store, not a cow, right? But you get what I'm
Whoa,
saying?
whoa, 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 whoa. What do
Mind
you mean,
blowing,
you
right? Too
city
many in one
folks?
too many in one episode. I
You're
get it,
from
dude.
New Jersey, dumbass.
Too many in one episode. You know, matter of fact, it's so funny because my son actually watched Idiocracy the other day, and I don't think he understood it the way I understood. You know that is our future coming, but he gets some of the points of it. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I got way off topic. I don't know. You got more to talk about this Israel, Iran, Lebanon stuff?
I let them do their thing. I
But
mean,
when though? Let me lead you into this one.
well,
When does it matter? Like when does Iran be when does helping Israel become our problem? Because we have people right here in the United States of America. I'm looking at you, Michigan, that have people in the streets that I believe might or might not be citizens chanting "Death to America" in our very own country. So if this is the country that Israel's going again, when does that become an interest to the United States?
well,
What?
I just I my brain just went 87 miles into the weeds, and I'm not going to go there. But the government rules with the consent of the governed. So are they citizens that are chanting "Death to America"? Okay, great. That's their First Amendment right. Um, if until they become a majority, then they can just chant all they want to. If they're not citizens of the United States and they're in the United States shouting "Death to the United States," well, then that to me looks like a provocateur who needs to be dealt with accordingly.
Well,
How you deem accordingly, or appropriate or whatever, it's up to you. But no, if you think you're going to go to Mexico City and chant outside of their government buildings "Death to Mexico" and not have serious repercussions for it, you're wrong. And try that in England or
dude,
France. I mean, even what you consider, the civilized world, right? They're not going to stand for that. So, I mean, I don't see any reason why
I
we should be any different.
I give you a real world scenario. When I was in Saudi Arabia, every Friday they had Chop Chop Square, where they went and punished people for crimes. We were forbidden to go there because anybody can point to us in a crowd, accuse us of a crime, and we'll be out there getting stoned. So we couldn't even be around that,
Oh,
let alone
look, people got stoned when I was in the army all the time. Okay, don't
no,
act
no,
like
not
that's
that
something.
stone, dude. No, no,
No,
not that stone.
oh, not,
No,
not.
not
Oh,
that stone. Yeah,
okay, my
yeah,
bad.
no,
Sorry,
the other kind of
not
stone,
trying to
the
out
actual
anybody.
rock stone.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, yeah. I
but
mean, some of them were smoking rocks.
all right, forget it. You're taking this whole conversation
Oh,
the
sorry.
wrong direction. But you get what I guess my point. I don't even know what my point was. The hell are we even talking about before you got me off on this stone thing? Like squirrel. Maybe this is time to end the episode. That's great because we could probably take this one another hour, dude. That's what, like I said again. If you want to visit that, or maybe I think that's what we should consider. If you want to get on, maybe one day we'll just do an hour episode just for us. We'll post one day a week, and if see where it goes. If people enjoy it, we can do that. Maybe
We
that's
can
what we.
have. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Well, just have to get a commitment from you. Are you committed to doing that? Let me do this on air.
I've been committed before.
Yeah. Well, those things didn't work out the same way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that committing.
No furry balls.
Anyways, that is all the time we have for this episode. So thank you for showing up, just some guy. Yeah, I gotta stop, man. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Get on that buttons or whatever buttons they are. We do mostly Rumble. I
Click
do
the
you.
bell to get those notifications.
Yeah, all that stuff. So I don't know if Rumble has. Yeah, Rumble has notifications. Anyway, BitChute's changed their website. So I was talking about getting off BitChute, but they've actually been better streamlining now. So either way, like, share,
Thanks,
subscribe,
Tom. Shoot.
do all that fun stuff. And until then, Godspeed. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.